Welcome to another episode of the Mad Black Dad podcast. I am him, Mad Black Dad. Most people just call me Dion, though. So it's been a while. This is a little bit of a recap. Well, not a recap, but just catching me up on where I've been, what I've been up to, and just projecting out a couple these past few months. So first things first, I want to start with something positive. Not that all of this is negative in today's for what I'm gonna talk about today, but I really want to start off with something positive. And y'all, Dom is riding his bike now. There's just a little bit he got to work on, like turning, but Dom is riding his bike. I know y'all saw the video. You can see it right here. I'm gonna replay it. But Dom is riding his bike, and I am excited. I remember a while back, Dom would cry if we even said the word bicycle. I have another video of him just riding with his training wheels on, but he's riding and he's boo-hooing the entire way, talking about, I can't ride my bike, I can't ride it. And yet he's just actively pedaling, which was a completely different story. But now we have taken the training wheels off. He is riding. If you put him on a straight path, the boy can ride. So excited. That was supposed to be one of our goals for the summer, was to get him to ride. And we, between the civil rights tour that we went on, rain delays, T-ball, and we didn't get to it. But we had a couple weeks right before school started, and we said we need to get him to ride this bike. And we put the bike in the trunk. We went over to the tennis courts, got him out there, and we just let him ride and ride. And he cried, and he ran into the fence, he ran into the net, and he struggled, and he yelled, and he screamed. It was a real big challenge that he had to grasp. I think Dom is, one, a perfectionist. Two, he's used to things coming easy to him, and this did not come easy to him early on. And we just kept trying and trying day after day, and the riding, and oh, it feels so good to see him overcome something that was challenging and really, really hard for him. And now that he can do it, it is such a good thing to see. I'm very proud as a dad, and I do more difficult. So that's my big thing. That is one thing that I'm super excited about, and I definitely had to start off today with sharing something positive. Another thing this is also positive, but it's like the closing one chapter and getting ready to open another. We wrapped up T-ball season a couple weeks ago, and that was it. Up at the end of or next year, he will be going to, and I'm a little nervous about that. I plan on moving up with him as his coach. I have a brand new coach. He is going to have somebody else, and that part is nervous for me because I know how he can get, and I know how he can kind of be da 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 da, and then sometimes he can be hyper good, and sometimes he's not giving it all of his effort, and sometimes he is. Like, he can be really wishy washy sometimes. And I think that part of that is from me, unfortunately. Like, that's one of those things that Dom picked up from me. But I think having somebody will be great, because then that relationship between dad and coach, like, and there's no mix in it. For like the past couple of years, me dad sometimes call me coach, and daddy, and coach daddy, and it took it was both of them, like, turn that switch off and on. Like, okay, practice, I'm pushing you, I'm not gonna let up. And at the same time, well, you're my son, I kind of know what your limits are, or at least believe I know what your limits are. I stopped being a coach when I started being a dad again. And that was really confusing for him, I believe. Because he's used to have this unfettered access where he just calls me and I answer, and I'm not, managing, 10 other kids. So moving him up to coach pitch instead of being a T-ball, which is just, it's time for him to do that. But me not going with him should be a welcome challenge. Also relief from me being, his coach. I really think that he liked it. I think that it's time for, us to grow in different ways and him to try things without me. Of course, I'll still be, coaching him, and but it's definitely gonna be him, you know, getting that actual experience. And that part I'm super excited about, but also a little nervous about, because you're not about to talk to my kid any kind of way. Even if you do know me and you know my kid, we're gonna play. No, we'll play the. But I'm excited that taking classes, but my school year has started. Year two as a school counselor, a lot of things have changed. As far as to do in my particular building. And, early on, we've been in school for several weeks now. Beginning of on, it was like, it was stressful in a way that I guess I hadn't necessarily been like sure. And at one point, my wife was like, "Get a new job. Like, it's, and in the small stints, necessarily great on my mental health, but I do believe what it did was it stretched me and it challenged me in a way that I had not been challenged in a job before. I had different stressors and things that's like pushed me professionally. One I think has and expanded. What do I? What type of employee do I? And what type of employee do I actually want to be? What type of coworker do I want to be? What type of all of course in like the workspace do I want to be? So and it's I think this position as it is today, that and kind of challenging me to like review and reflect and say, yeah, it's time for some changes. I present as a professional, which I find to be really fun and enlightening, but also, challenging. It's just challenging, you know. Process and like in terms of balance, some transparency. Like I've had major failures past couple of months. That's why I haven't, and I'm like grappling. I'm really jostling with, what that is, what the balance looks like, what do I like, cause it's tough. And of course, when I say, okay, well, this was easy, I could just, flip and do the complete opposite of that. But it's not always that easy. It's not always that easy, and old fade, and I definitely need to, So yeah, I want to know, what was your take on that? What was your thought process? Go ahead and leave that, as you see fit. So. So I'm going to be rolling out this new series. It's going to be called The Nurturing Nook. What we're going to do is we are really just going over some parenting lessons. Just small topics, 10 minutes per video, where we really just kind of hone in on certain aspects of parenting. And it's all going to come from nurturing skills. And it's going to be open for discussion, to be some quick bit lessons, definitions and a couple of things that kind of hopefully shift your, as a parent. And these will be dropping regularly, but they're only going to be full like podcast, called The Nurturing Nook. And I would really love if y'all checked it out, but also share it with other people, just because we can start this conversation on what it means to be a parent. What does parenting look like, especially from our cultural background, and just our personal lives as well, because both of those really shape not only the type of adults we want to be, but also the type of parents we want to be. So that's all I had. I just wanted to do like just in a quick little catch up for these episodes. I really want to get back into interviewing other dads. We haven't had any dads on in a while, so and that's all we have for today. It's been great to talk to y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. Stay mad.